My name's Jan Spoerri. I'm an old friend of Randy's. I guess we met back in 1991, 92, something like that. And he was a real father figure to me all these years. You know, I was really close to him and his whole family. And you know, he was a real, he was a man of few words, and so it's interesting to see all these different sides of him today. And my experience with him has always been, really positive, and he was always really supportive. And he would, he would come up when I first met him. He would when he was renovating his house, he had a little workshop in his garage that was filled with furniture. So he came over to my studio and just hung out and was making things. He would make these ironwood mallets. And I would always think, what on earth is he doing with these ironwood mallets? He'd get the wood from North Carolina somewhere, and he'd make these. They were like clubs. I'm like, oh my God, whatever. But I always enjoy. He'd come over, hang out, and actually, I met him before I met Rod, and Rod is one of my closest friends now, and he was always a really practical, pragmatic voice, and one time I had finished this project where we had this electronic circuit, chasing circuit left over. So I was all excited. I was making an alarm system for the barn, for the studio, and I had embedded LED lights in the walls so that when the alarm system would go off, these lights would go. So at one point I was really excited to show Randy this, and I was like, oh, come over and check this out. He came over and he was like, what's going on here? Your roof is leaking and you're putting Christmas tree lights in your... I'm like, you're absolutely right. But I still don't know what he was doing with those mallets, so it's not any crazier than that, But no, he was always very supportive. He helped me buy my first computer in 1992, something like that. And he was really supportive.